I want to show you a different way to use the submix buses. This is for parallel compression, and it allows you to give a little more energy to your lead vocal or maybe your guitar solo channels without actually turning them up. Normally this is a studio trick, and the way it works is you're going to route to both one of the submix buses and the main out at the same time. So I'm going to demonstrate this with the vocal channel, the lead vocal channel, and you can see I've already got it set up. I'm routing to the main out, which would be our main path. If we play back, then we would actually hear the vocal line the normal way, but we're also routing at the same time to sub 4, which I've got set up, and it's labeled parallel comp. And so as I bring this in, I'm going to dial in on this channel some pretty extreme compression and limiting. And so first I'll turn the limiter on this channel, and we'll bring this way down. We'll turn the compressor on. I'll also put it on auto, which I think is probably fine for this, but you can play with attack and release too if you want. And then for the ratio, I want it set way up here like 14:1, or maybe all the way to limit, which is 20:1. We'll leave it at 14:1, and then we'll turn this threshold down. When we audition this, I'm going to use solo in place so you can hear this soloed, and then we'll try this out. And then on this channel here, we should see some good gain reduction.
So hold my hand and know that I stand right by your side in all these good and bad times. Oh, I'm done running and I think it's time. So hold my hand.
All right, so we've got the basic setup in place, and now I'm going to play back in the context. We'll turn off the solo here. So we'll play back in context, and you'll see that I can make the vocal sound louder by turning this up, but the metering won't go up because we're not actually adding level to it. We're adding basically a parent level to it by bringing the RMS level up. I guess that's the technical explanation of what happens with parallel compression. But this is the example. The cool thing about it is that as you bring it up, it doesn't affect the transients nearly as much as it would if you just compressed it directly, and you're not using up your headroom when you do that. So it's just kind of a nice thing to have available over here. Now you have to be aware of what you're doing because you really only want to route one thing to it at a time. So if you're also routing one of your guitars to it, when you're on a song where you want to use it, you'd want only one thing assigned to it. At least that's the way I would use it. So that's an example of using a submix bus for parallel compression. Thanks for watching.